Hey guys, hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are doing fantastic no matter where you are, of course. I just want to get this video out before I decide I'm gonna take my bike out for a long ride. So hopefully that's gonna be fun. But I had a bit of idea going on, especially I was looking at how to structure my collection for the next piece. And oftentimes you're looking at adding quality rather than quantity. Of course, saying that we've got 24 watch box. That's the toolbar out at the back. We've got this beautiful Homer Hatfield 5 watch slots or pillars, as you call it, that contains another 5. So we can put 29 watches among in terms of display and storage, right? But again, I want to spend my money where my mouse is, right? We're talking about going forward, going up in tiers, getting the MM300, getting 8L movements. We're looking at SLA21, that's the black, Marine Master 300, or we'll get an AL35, SLA23, that's the blue one. I think there's a green one, the 40 years limited edition. So I come across a couple times that was available to purchase at a reasonable cost. So naturally, I was looking at should I, getting rid of a few watches just to put on the market. Maybe get a 5 or 6 or 700, depends on which one be selling at, or you're selling some of the low end in terms of spec of watches, and just to have some money back in my pocket so I can reinvest into the MM300. And actually, you're looking at putting the less spec watches on the chopping board to get a start with. That we're looking at Seiko 5s. But when I was actually taking few photos and shots for those watches to be ready for the next buyer, I suddenly realized that I cannot. I find that I lost all motivations of selling them when I'm holding them in my hands. Again, we're going to go through watches, first of all, the 3 watches of the Seiko 5s, and I talk about why I cannot reach a decision of selling them. And maybe that's going to, trigger some of your memory and your experiences with your Seiko 5. Then you may want to buy them back again. Or majority of your collections are high end. You want to try something on daily basis that's cost effective, is but at the same time brings a lot of joy and a lot of fun. I think those Seiko 5s are some of the best Seiko 5 that is truly ever made in the recent times, and we're going to go through that. Okay, now the 3 watches we have here is this one is the legendary as we know this for the Rolex killer, the Datejust killer. This is the model name snzh79. The whole snzh series is it's just tremendous value. Of course, this is the J version. As we see, it has an anthracite dial. I think this is about 36 millimeter in diameter. Of course, carrying the 7S 26 movements. Doesn't manual wind, does not hack, but it's a gorgeous watch, guys. Look at that. Look at that beautiful dial work under some studio light condition. So we've got this, in terms of diameter, about 36. Now, the second one that I have here on the display is the design was borrowed from the Black Palm 50 fathoms. So this is the legendary the Seiko SZSH. I believe that's the right model name. Correct me if I got it wrong. But this is the snzh55. We call this Seiko 55 fathom. Again, carrying that legendary design, and it's just so beautiful to look at. I mean, all the details about this watch just make me speechless. I mean, from you looking at the dial, the indices, the handset, the writings on the dial, the automatic 23 joules, where that 100 meters is at, just the font of it. You look at Seiko 5, classic design. Again, with that black ink, but at the same time, it's got a bit of gray, grayish tone on the dial. It's truly fantastic. The bezel is covered with Hardlex, I believe. You've got that beautiful, not a coin edge bezel. You've got that beautiful bezel on the outer layer. The polishing is fantastic, of course, paired with this 22 millimeter Beads of Rice bracelet. This Seiko 5, it just, I mean, I bought this watch for about 175 US. in pretty much new condition. It runs perfectly fine. Of course, 7S movement, 7S26, same as the one that we talked about just previously. Can't manual wind, cannot hack, but it's just beautiful to look at, which just makes me really. I mean, I'm not motivated at all about selling them when I look at it. The third one that we have here is the Srpk17. This is the 55 years anniversary edition of the Seiko 5, limited to 15,555 pieces. This is the most recent acquired one, and it just looks fantastic. It's a reissue of the original Seiko 5. I mean, how often do you come across a reissue of Seikos that cost less under 500? I mean, you just simply can't find them, right? Look at that dial work. Look at that, the red second hands. I mean, they're just beautiful to look at. All right. So that's what I'm trying to get. You're looking at, getting a lot of SPB lineup in your collection. But when you're having those Seiko 5s, I'm going to try to put them on together. Again, we're looking at diameter across a different variety. We'll have the small ones. Maybe I'll just line it up from this end. So we've got, a small 36. I think the Srpk17, this is 39 and a half. And you've got this very similar to the SKX. This is about 42. Guys, at those watches, you cannot get rid of the Seiko 5s. They're just simply outstanding in design. And you know what, guys? We get so disappointed that Seiko's not doing, things such as they're not coloring their date wheel on, on SPB lines, on 62 mass and wheelers, right? But for example, look at both of those. The color wheels matching black, and sort of even the tone, really good harmony with that dial. And you know what? We get so disappointed that Seiko's not framing their date window and day window. Look at the work, guys. Look at that bevel. I mean, I challenge you to find a dial work and in details in such a fashion with Seikos nowadays cost between 500 to $1,000. You just simply can't. Look at that second hand. Look how elegant it is. I'm just getting lost when I'm looking at dials like this. I mean, this is why we love watch. This is why we love watches. Look at that diamond crystal. Look at that chapter ring. Oh, it's just fantastic. Look, I'm not selling this watch, right? I was gonna let it go for about 250, which converts to about 350 to 400 Australian dollar. I think people would jump on it based on the condition of it. But man, I know they're highly desired and highly thought after. But guys, when I look at it in my hands and when I hold it in my hands, look at that dial play. I mean, you can swap the dial, into an SPB. People will not be disappointed when they spend $1,000 on Seiko having dials like this. I'm just telling you the truth, right? So guys, I'm not here to to convince you to buy those Seiko 5s. I'm just trying to put those watches under the spotlight to show you how great they are. I mean, for example, this Srpk17, if you have a chance of getting it right now at a retail price, I think it's about, what's the retail price on those again? $420 US. Get it, guys. You cannot lose money on this watch. In 10-15 years time, there will be so much demand for those. I mean, based on the where watch market is going as a whole, you cannot lose money on a 400 watches at this pedigree, and carries so much intrinsic value in its design. Look at that day frame window. The chapter rings are beautiful. The bezel is fantastic. I mean, even the polishing on those Seiko 5s. Of course, this is a new one compared to the other two that we're talking about. The polishing, look how sharp all those edges are. It's just amazing, guys. So I was gonna let them go, about 250 US. This one I was gonna flip it maybe about 450 US. So that's about $700. I'll let this one go to about 100. So maybe I was looking at getting $800 US back in my pocket, and I'll put that towards the next purchase of an MM300. But then, what I was taking taking photos, ready to put on the Facebook and watch forums, all that kind of stuff. I'm just getting lost on those details on the dial. Look how beautiful that anthracite dial plays against the light. I mean, I just can't get rid of it now. So again, just sharing a bit of my experiences with you guys in terms of my journey, and hopefully you guys getting something out of it. If you're a big fan of Seiko 5s, I'm sure you have an awesome collection of them. If you're sort of not sure whether you should buy a first Seiko 5 just to get your Seiko game going, or you have many high-end Seikos in the past, you haven't bought a Seiko 5 in a long time, I highly recommend to jump in the game with the Srpk17 if you have a chance. It's so versatile. It is so beautiful to look at. It is so compact to wear at 39.5. And they are truly amazing. Those three Seikos will make a great Seiko 5 collection. Just based on those three watches, you've got something diver style, in its back pump design, divers style, 100-meter water resistant. You've got something you can wear it daily, that you can match this watch, this Srpk17, with any strap. I'm telling you, it will look vintage. It will look great. It will give you that luxurious vibe that you cannot get a watch from a much higher caliber. Coming back to Seiko 5s, I urge you. I strongly convince you to get this Srpk17 if you have a chance. Again, right across different sizes, 42.5, 40, and why not having something smaller, 36. Look at it, guys. It's just tremendous value. Now, just to finish off, I'm gonna put them on my wrist. Just have a quick wrist experience with you guys. Of course, they are on a different bracelets and straps and NATO combo. So we're gonna show you each of them in a different format. You guys will get a good feeling of how they turn out. Of course, right? Just considering my wrist is 6.9 inches. I'm gonna push this away. Wow, look at that. Look how well it sits. I mean, you wear this watch in any social settings. I mean, it just looks tremendous watch. Seriously, guys, I cannot fault this watch whatsoever. That's what I'm saying. I get rid of this watch, I get it back $100, 120. But I'm not going to be happy. I'm going to be missing it. So you're not going, I'm going to put this one on the Srpk17. This is on the sailcloth strap, premium sailcloth from Atom, and with the green color, that sort of really vintage, really inspiring look of it. It just looks the part, guys. Again, on my 6.9 7-inch wrist, guys, it just looks tremendous value. Okay, it's so good. That 39.5 millimeters in size, it's just fantastic, guys. So you're getting where my emotional thing is attaching to. You know what? I'm sure a proper MM300 AL35 movement is going to give me a lot of joy, and I will add that into my rotation one day. But not with the sacrifice of those beautiful Seiko 5. No way I'm letting those go now. They will stay in my collection for many more years to come. Hopefully, of course. This is the largest one. This is the snzh55. Again, on that 22 millimeter straight end piece of ride bracelet. It just looks fantastic, guys. I wouldn't call this a slim small watch, but it's just some parts of it that blends really well aesthetically and looks the part. Okay, guys. That's it. That's my take on those Seiko 5s, and I was very close of selling them, and now I'm definitely not. Okay, guys. Have a great weekend, no doubt. I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay, take care, guys. Bye bye.